Hey, do you want to know how to stop attracting feminine men? Hey, I'm Antia Boyd, creator of the Magnetize The Man Method, and let's dive right in. Well, look, let's talk about the law of polarity. So if you attract feminine men into your life, meaning men who can't make decisions, right? Men who don't initiate. So let's talk about what feminine men actually are, right? And men who just don't make you feel supported. They don't make you feel like they got it, right? They got it handled, but instead you have to take over. That means you are in your masculine, girlfriend, right? Now, what does that mean when you're in your masculine? When you're masculine means, of course, the opposite, right? You are actually initiating, you're taking control, you're in charge, right? And what happens is you actually lead with that when you get to know the man. That's the problem, right? So you hand him a resume, how to treat you. You hand him a user manual, so to say, how to treat you. And it's like, oh, okay, awesome, right? Because what happens is if we show up in the masculine, then a man who's really wounded, right, in his inner boy, right, is actually going to be looking like for his mommy, the mom archetype, right, that takes care of him, right, that he can disappear in, he can feel safe with, right, but he is actually not able to provide that safety and that protection for you. So number one is you have to stop being in your masculine, right, and that means stop wanting to be right, stop wanting to be in control, right? Being in charge and really letting go and surrendering. And I know how tough that can be because number two, that leads to you really having to live in the unknown, in the uncertainty, because the reason why you started to take charge in the first place, right, and to lead in the first place is because you didn't want to be with the unknown. You didn't want to be with the uncertainty and not knowing what's going to happen next because you value certainty, girlfriend, okay? You value certainty. And if you don't have certainty, you don't feel safe and you don't actually connect. Now, another important thing is, that's very, very important to know, right? There's many, many different reasons depending on what kind of wound you had. But the next tip for you is really understanding, how you became masculine, right? So are you compensating, right? In other words, I grew up with an emotionally absent mother. So I decided I don't want to be a burden. So I'm going to make sure I don't need anyone, right? So guess what kind of man you're attracting. And if you lead with, I don't need anyone, right? I'm not clingy. I'm not needy. I don't need anyone, right? You're attracting a man who makes sure, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, you got it covered, right? There's this saying, if you can do it, if you're leading that you can do it all, you get to do it all, right? So either way, you're right. But if you allow yourself to heal, and oftentimes, and that's my last tip, is actually going into feeling powerless, feeling helpless. Even if you not really are helpless or powerless, right? Of course. But there's moments and you allow the man to take care of you, right? And you face the uncertainty and you face even the shame, the sense of embarrassment, sometimes even the sense of inadequacy that comes with actually being and going into your feminine, into the unknown rather than the certainty, right? That's how you stop attracting feminine men because now you are in your feminine, right? It will repel the other feminine and you will actually start attracting a masculine men, right? So if that's really what you are all about and that's what you're really focusing on, but you have definitely a resistance point where you're like, well, Antia, but I don't know, I don't want to give up power. I think it can happen anyways, right? But you've been spinning your wheels for years, sometimes even decades. Then I invite you to come on a Magnetize the Man clarity call with me where we get crystal clear. What are the internal blocks, the internal dialogues that you have with yourself that are particularly keeping you stuck in that same rut, right? Where you delete, you distort, and you generalize based on your unconscious expectations that you always have to be the provider, that you always have to be the one who has to be in control. Otherwise, everything is going to fall apart. So for that, hop on over to magnetizetheman.com, magnetizetheman.com, grab your slot, and I'm looking forward to getting on this journey with your girlfriend. Until then, much love, take care, and don't forget, dreams do come true. Take care. Bye-bye. Mwah.